Welcome back to an RC update. So Hobao has announced the Hyper 10 SC 2.0. So if you guys aren't familiar with it, they had the 1.0 that was released several years ago, a long time ago. They recently did an update to it. So this is going to be very interesting because I've been waiting for them to do this since they introduced the Hyper TT 10 2.0, and they've done a lot of the updates to that as well. So you guys can see here, it's going to come in a couple of different colors. They have the previous one that is on sale. That's what you guys are seeing there. And then, of course, the 2.0 has not been released yet, but I'm going to click on one of these. But you guys can go ahead and put a pre-order in for this. So if I click on this, we're going to go ahead and click on this gray one. So you guys see here, they've done several updates to this vehicle. I love what they've done with those wheels that they have on there. It makes it look a little bit more robust, so they can tell the difference between the version 1 and the version 2. Of course, it has the 2.0 sticker that is on there, but some of the biggest updates is going to be on this chassis, and we'll take a closer look at that in just a minute. But you guys can see there, it does have beefier shocks on it. It does have 2 bars across the chassis, of course, a chassis or tower to tower, chassis to chassis brace that's going to be on there. They've made this a lot beefier than the previous version. So of course they got the updated A-arms and stuff on here. You guys can see on the bottom of the chassis, it's got a laser etch in there. It says Hyper 10 SC 2.0. It's kind of the difference between the old one and the new one, of course. But who's going to look at the bottom of your chassis? They're just going to be looking at the back of you. Now this vehicle handles really well. So I'm looking at trying to get my hands on one of these. And it does have updates to it too. It does have beefier A-arms and everything to it. You guys can see there it has sway bars to it. And it's got a lot of things, a lot of components on it that's going to make it a lot more durable and stronger, of course, than the previous version. So I'll leave a link below in the description so you guys can check this out. It is going to be $420. So you guys can see the price there. You can start doing your pre-order March 1st. I want to at least get this out to you guys so you guys can see what's going on with this vehicle, and it is going to be offered in several different versions. So they have a clear, almost ready to run, which basically is stating that you'll have to get your own electronics and stuff for that. And then of course, then they have the ready to run versions, and you guys see there, it comes in a blue, it comes in a gray, it comes in a black and red, and then also a white and blue with it. You scroll down some, you'll see it's got a 3mm chassis. Now remember, this is a 10 scale vehicle. It's not an 8 scale, so this is 10 scale. We don't have that many race bred 10 scale trucks that a lot of people can afford. I mean, you can go up to Techno and stuff, but they're going to cost a lot more. And are they going to be ready to run? Most people that race seriously are going to probably get a roller, paint the body themselves and stuff. But there you guys see there too, it's got a center top brace where the wire passes through it. This is the same thing that's on the Hyper T TT or 10TT 2.0. So they did do an update, so that's going to help with some stability and stuff on the chassis as well. So you guys can scroll down. They do have a couple of optional parts for this. You guys can see some of that there, but you can also see some of the updates. You guys see those A-arms are a lot beefier than the previous version, and you guys see that chassis there. Now with this chassis, you can adjust the battery tray from what I'm seeing here in these pictures, where you can move it more to the front or more to the rear as well. And it talks about the differentials. Of course, it's got 3 differentials. This does have Mod 1 gearing on it, so it's not 32 pitch. So you guys see the pinion gear is a 10 tooth. And then of course you guys see the spur gear there with that as well. I'm sorry, that's the pinion gear for the differential. So scrolling down a little bit more, it's got 20 in the front, 9 in the center, and then 5 in the rear. So of course, if you're gonna put a little bit more power in this, you want to go a little bit thicker on the but it'll be enough to get you going. And it does have, of course, a center differential there. What I like about Hobao is they list the information that's going to be in the differentials and then also in the shocks too. So there's no guessing. A lot of times you buy a car and you're kind of guessing what kind of oil is up in those shocks. Here you don't have to do it. They talk more about the body. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check this out. For those of you guys that really want to get kind of technical and see what you're getting yourself into with this. But this should be a solid performer, because if you guys don't know, Hobao makes a lot of vehicles. I've had several of them on my channel, and they are kind of the, I guess, the little dragon in the RC world. I'd say they're probably in the top 5 as far as RC car companies go for cars you can buy, between having kind of a race car, and then they offer some bashers too in their lineup. But you guys can see some more pictures here. Look at how thick those shocks are. Look at that shock tower. So So scrolling through some more stuff you guys see here, it says a new steering crank steering with a straight CNC aluminum steering rack and hard springs. So this is made from the CNC aluminum, which you guys can see that there. The previous version, I think it was just aluminum. And let's say the previous version, the version 1, is over 10 years old. So it's been a minute to do an update on this vehicle. And here you guys can see there about the battery tray and the size and the dimensions for it. So you can use shorty packs and stuff in here too. There is going to be some information on the motor mount. I do wish the motor mount had a little bit better adjustability to get to it, but I guess once you got it set, it's pretty much done. With that, 12mm hexes, and talks about the wheels and stuff. And then here's going to be some of the dimensions of the vehicle, if you guys can see that as well. And they do have a Facebook page if you guys want to go over there and check that out. But I wanted to show this to you guys. Definitely be looking at getting this 2.0. If you guys don't know, this is the 1.0, and you guys can see some of the differences here with this. Of course, it's going to be on sale, and it's not that much information that they put out there about this, because who's going to get the 1.0 unless you want to modify it when you got the 2.0 that's out there. And you can see some of that stuff there in the chassis and stuff too. So anyway, guys, put your comments down what you guys think about this. This is going to be a very interesting year for Hobao, in my opinion. I think they're going to have a couple more updates that we're looking at and what they're going to be doing for this. So don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. And also, real quick, they do have the VTE2. You guys can see it here. They have a 7 scale version, and now they also have this 10 scale, or I'm sorry, not 10 scale, 8 scale version too. So it's kind of the little brother to the larger version. And the larger version, the 7 scale one, is the second fastest RC car that I know of. I know the Limitless still holds the record for going 220. I think someone got this up to 218, which is still no joke for an RC car. So this was also available for pre-order too. I just haven't done an update on it, but you guys see there, you will have to buy a body, tires, and wheels and electronics for it. So I'm thinking about going ahead and looking at getting this one and doing kind of a build video, because it's going to be pretty cool to get something of this size and run it and, you know, get some different bodies for Delta Pass to make some great bodies for it. So we'll see. But if you guys want to see me go ahead and do a build video, because the summertime is coming, spring's coming, it'd be kind of nice to have an 8 scale car that you can run probably 6S on and still get 100+ miles per hour. And then also see how this vehicle performs, because the 7 scale, we know that's pretty much on lockdown with Arma, and I think they have the second fastest one with their VTE2, the 7 scale one. But it'd be cool to see how this 8 scale version is going to go and how it's going to set up. So I may look at getting this, but you guys let me know in the comments for that, and even let me know what kind of body you'd like to see on it. So anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching.